That's hilarious. This meeting is being recorded. It sounds very air airplaney feel kind of thing. Anyway, so great evening. Welcome to the Open Door Workshop. For those of you watching live and those of you who are going to be checking it out on the replay. So far, it is myself and Remya, so I appreciate you. And yes, good evening, welcome. Thank you for that note. I am Alex Dumas, if you are not aware already. The founder, CEO of Abundance Daily Coaching, and yeah, we're gonna play today. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna provoke some thoughts. So we're gonna give it another, let's say, 1-2 minutes for folks to arrive and join us. So in the meantime, hopefully you'll be able to hear some of these tunes. I like to play some music in the background, so yeah, I'll play some of my own because I know it's not a copyright infringement. I don't want anybody getting mad at me. So let me see where my music is at. And if you want to let me know in the chat, like where you're coming from, where are you in the world, and really more important is like why are you here? What are you hoping to get out of this today? So, ooh, that came in loud. This is a audio I call the mountain. So you want to just if you want to pop that in the chat, like where are you from, Remya? Where are you in the world, and what is it that you do in your business or in your life in general? Just and what are you looking to get out of this conversation today? That would really be helpful, and we can really get things started in the right way. So just give us some time for some folks to pour in. And I'm not intentionally ignoring the camera right now. I'm just checking something out that popped up kind of weird, but it's all good. And hopefully you can hear these sounds. If you can hear the music, let me know in the chat. I'm going to be checking out the chat pretty much the whole time. All right, good. We got Rachel coming in. Whoa. Is that Rachel Moore Beard in the house? What's going on? Long time no see, stranger.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Better now that you're here, so now all the fun can start. Yeah, I was just giving everybody a minute or so to jump on. I know 7 o'clock on a Thursday night and hang out with me, of all the things.
I just gotta be making sure my family eats. That's all I worry about.
That's funny because right before jumping on, I realized that my son doesn't have dinner. My wife's out and about. I'm like, hey, can you get him some food? He's like, for a treat or for dinner? I'm like, for dinner, because Dad right now is messing up. Dad is dropping the ball, but it's all right because I'm here with you wonderful folks. So I already know where you're from. You're in Tennessee land. So I'm gonna give it another minute or two because I want to really try to start on time, end this on time, so everybody has be respectful of all of our schedules and busy lives as we have them. So, and can you hear any of this music that's playing, or is it just in my headphones? You can't hear. Oh, it's just me. All right. So I was trying to play some elevator background music, but that didn't. That's not happening. Let me see if. And never mind. I'm not gonna mess with it because I'll never be able to get this headset back on. So give it over a couple minutes. And how's everybody doing tonight? How are you doing tonight, Rachel? How you doing tonight, Remya? Whether you want to write in the chat, you can engage. You don't have to mute yourselves. Like it's right now, it looks like it may be just us, which is fine. It's cool. I'm not the bad principal. If
I'm all right. I've had a very long meeting today where I was supporting someone, so I didn't have enough to do. That really messes up my brain. And I'm just producing on Zoom. I'm just sitting in front of Zoom all day, and I don't really have a lot to do until the breakout rooms are needed, and then it's like flurry of activity, and then nothing. So
Yeah.
I feel a little weird.
Yeah. Well, if you're feeling weird, this is the right place to be because weirdness is what we do. And Remya, I don't know if you're able to appear on camera or if you want to just engage in a chat, that's perfectly fine. But we'll have to find out where you're from and what's what brought you here today. What is your intention or your intention for this conversation? So I'll give another minute or two and or at least another 30 seconds. Let's put it like that. I'll put them on the clock. 30-second countdown. Because the people are going to be watching this replay like, oh my goodness, it's been 5 minutes already. Like, geez Louise, can you get to the stuff? All right, let me get to the stuff. Let's do the things. All right. So I shut the music off that nobody else could hear for me. So this is the open door workshop. Woo! Let's start it up. Let's get fired up. Let's get excited because this is going to be about relationships, about sales, about us as entrepreneurs, what we do, create, cultivate, and demonstrate, right? So if ladies, if you want to be kind enough in the chat, I'm going to ask you right now, the simple question again is, why are you here today? What's in it for you to be here hanging out with a wonderful person like myself? Hashtag humble, right?
Alex, I got your email and said, if you don't know if you should come or not, listen to this recording, The Mountain. And I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, I miss Alex. I need to go talk to him and figure out what's going on. So that's why I'm here.
Well, I appreciate it, and that background music of the mountain that was on the audio, that's what I was just playing for myself. I have a one without my voice because I don't want to hear myself all day. I sound great, but it's nice to hear the music sometimes. So that's what I was trying to play as the elevator music. So good to see you, Rachel. Appreciate you. And Remya, if for you to really get the most out of this time together, I encourage you to engage. If you're able to, I don't know what's going on in your situation. Maybe you're with family, whatever. But if you want to throw in the chat why you're here today, I would love to engage with you and find out more about how this will be useful for you. So, so yes, glad you mentioned that, Rachel. This is a great segue. So the mountain, really of conversations, or the mountain of where we want to take clients, where we want to have people be, is at that apex, that ascension. Rather than the inverse of what most people think of sales, like the funnel. They got to go into this path, and I get it from a conceptual place, but visually, I like to think of, oh, how do we get higher? How do we get to the top together? And the open door, what I created here is really looking at how do we start to qualify potential clients, prospective clients, for an easier or at least a more seamless enrollment proposal conversation, really creating that pathway for prospects to learn about your services and for you to really filter out for the people that are ideal. It's not to exclude people, not being like, oh, you can't get on the list, but really of, all right, who do I want to spend my time with? Like, who are the folks that will light me up and that will excite me and bring out the best in me, not just me pouring into them, but also what it's a reciprocal relationship. So what can I get? What will we bring to each other? So I'll preface this with myself, my background, and just so you know, there's no slides, there's no webinar, it's just me, it's just my face talking to you for these next 50 or so minutes. Hopefully maybe a little less. Depending. Try to get everybody out a little earlier, but yeah, my background in sales and all that. started around 2013, 2014, and a lot of that was really being aggressive. Got to get people, got to hunt them, got to, you know, that mentality of got to go kill what I eat. And that worked to a degree, but it also was draining. It was like, man, I'm walking around with this spear of how do I get you in? How do I get you? Right? That was the mentality. That was the attitude. That was the premise of everything. And things started to turn around 2017, 2018. Came across this book, The Prosperous Coach, and that's what I do now. I'm a life, well, before that I was dabbling into life coaching, but now really being serious, being full out, from those years ago of being a life success coach. That's what I just kind of label it because the niche thing. I've done all that, marriage coaching, business coaching, blah blah blah. I just coach you in your life, coach you wherever it is in your life you want help with, whatever you want to succeed in, and we work together. We do that. So I'm going to start this off with a question of, I'll put it like this. In my world, in the coaching world, in the coaching space, most coaches, from what I observe or what I've noticed, approach prospective clients like mosquitoes. They just want to like swat them, they just want to get all of them. Like they just want to like spray and try to kill them all, and maybe not slow down enough to focus on the one person. And not focusing on that one person, they they get confused with jumping ahead, of jumping to the third question I'm going to lay out today, but they throw it out as the first question. The third question I'll lay out is, do you want my help or somebody else's? And what this causes, what this creates for the entrepreneur, for the salesperson, is internalizing everything. Everything's personal now. Do you want my help? They don't want me. They ever, whatever it is. If somebody says no or not right now or whatever it is, that's me taking it personal because I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. That's my identity. That's me. I'm terrible. And that doesn't have to be the case. And where it comes to my help, that's that's where people lead with. That's where they go to right away. And from experience I've had and things I've been learning and implementing, that's really like the third most important question in the conversation. And this, let me preface like this: this workshop is not necessarily about how to get your dream client, how to get your ideal client. It's not about prospecting them from the start. I'm assuming already, I'm leading with the premise that you already can do that. You already have that skill. You already have that ability to set up conversations, set up appointments, demonstration calls, discovery calls, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to name it. And that is a real opportunity also to really start to see, to explore. This is where I like to play with business, of looking at things as an explorer versus being a tour guide. I love this distinction. As an explorer, we're in this, I kind of think of us being in the jungle together, where you have the hats, we have the machetes, rope, canteens, the backpack, all that stuff, the rucksack, and we're going through the jungle, we're hacking away at weeds, we're hacking away at vines, we're seeing different creatures and all this stuff, and we're in this together, we're having fun. As a tour guide, yeah, it could be exciting. Hey, I know the way. I go the way. I'm showing you where it is. This is where the giraffes are. This is where the elephants are. This is where the lions are. And it's scripted. It's predictable, which is fine. That's okay. But at the same time, it's not very original. And for me, I like to be spontaneous, play off the cuff, and I would get bored really easily if I was, 8 hours in the day of, this is how you do it, this is where you go, and there's no sense of adventure. There's nothing to look forward to because I already know everything. Versus exploring, where I have a sense of the terrain, but like, ooh, what happens if we take this direction? What happens here? It's testing, it's experimenting, it's trying things out. So that's what I want to leave for you today, is to try this out, experiment these thoughts, experiment with these ideas, and see if it makes sense to you, if it can serve you. And before we kind of get into everything, I want to also be transparent that I will be making an invitation for some further work. Oh my goodness, Alex, how could you? How could you invite us for more things? Well, because this is an open door, and what I want to open the door for you is to lead you into more opportunities to work with me, and work in a place that may make sense to help you advance and further along with this line of thought, if you're open to it. So all that's said and done, we're ready to play, we're ready to go. So the first question, or at least the first idea, first insight I wanted to share, that's really going to be helpful with qualifying somebody to work with you, really help you in identifying their the what is the word right now, how they match up. I can't think of the word, but if you're looking at the question of, are you committed to changing your life or not? Yes or no? Really simple. That's that's a really fun question to ask. That's really, you might be thinking, well, that's really direct. Well, in my world, that's what people pay for. They pay for someone like me to be direct and to the point and get to it. So that's the first question. Are you committed to changing your life or not? Yes or no? And I see this in social media a lot, right? I'll be in a lot of coach groups and someone will say, hey, I need some help with such and such. And you may have seen this already. People will flood the flood the feed of, this is my link, book a call here, this is my website, and it's let's slow that down. Let's slow that down. My thought is, where is that person at this point? Where is this person at this point that is making them consider, in my industry of coaching, what is making them consider, getting a life coach at this point, or a business coach, what you are. What what's in their world, right? Where are they? Because that's a place of really slowing down and exploring, because there's so many factors. We're not, and I'm speaking from the coaching aspect. So stay with me. If you're in a different industry, apply it to how it works for you. But I'm not in therapy. I'm not looking at your past and trying to help you with traumas and help you deal with the things. But it's important for me to know, for the context of, all right, what's led you up to this point? What's created this for you? Case in point, before this call, I had a conversation with somebody, and they were kind of going in about what their previous experiences with coaching have been, or their thoughts of, them having skepticism, them feeling a bit jaded, them feeling a bit just underwhelmed with their expectations. So now I know that's the benchmark, right? That's where they're at. This is where it lets me know what's the pain. I don't like to deal with pain, but there is value in pain. What's the pain that's led them to this point, and what have they tried in the past? That's something really important to help with the qualifying folks. So I'm going to put those up for you right now, just a couple of those ideas. And you don't have to take it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but really exploring that. Where's the pain? Where's the prospect at this point? What's the pain that's led them to this point? What have they tried? I like that question a lot, because someone can come to you and say, you know what, Alex, I had this pen in my hand for years. It's killing me. It's hurting. I don't know what to do. I can't get this pen out of my hand. My first thought would be like, well, I mean, obviously you want to kind of think about, like, well, how did the pen get there in the first place? But have you tried to get it out? Oh, no, I haven't tried anything. I just, this pen is killing me. I hate it. It's painful. Well, you know, You got to go from there. Like, and it kind of leads into the next question of, do you want outside help, or do you want to like do it on your own? Do you want to take this pen out by yourself, or do you want my help to yank this pen out of your hand and serve you? And it's a simple yes or no. It's a simple yes or no because we figured out, are they committed to changing? And if it's a yes, then that's appropriate to go here. If you can stop the conversation right then and there, of like, hey, you committed to change? You committed to getting this pen out of your hand? No? Okay, great. Hey, bless you. Take care. Best of luck to you. Whatever. But if they're coming from a place of, yeah, this pen is killing me. It's affecting my relationships. It's affecting my business. My health is not in a good place because I have this this pen. It's in my hand. Obviously, it's not in my hand. I have it in my fingers. So you all can see. I'm not a magician. Ooh, but just for visual aid, right? Pen in my hand. So now that person's committed to removing this pen, or at least doing something about it. Now that's a great transition to, do you want outside help, or do you want to do it on your own? And it's a gentle ask. It's a relaxed way of looking at that, because it doesn't it still doesn't put you in a position of internalizing it. It doesn't put you in a place of, well, they're going to reject me. It's not about you. You're just inquiring, do they want some help? Are they open to doing it? They already said they're committed to changing. They're committed to doing something in their life that's going to improve it. Now it's the next step of, can are you able to help them? And this is real life. My humans are screaming, they're crying, they're doing what they do. That's what they do. So whatever. And the reason why I'm asking this part of it, of do you want outside help, because now we want to check, are they open to actual help? There's a difference between the information versus the transformation. The information of, boy, I know that. I know I should be careful around pens. I know I shouldn't have pens in my hand. If they're sharp, I have a tendency to get pens stuck in the palm of my hand. And I gotta really be careful about that. Or are they closed? You can't tell me anything about a pen. I've had a pen stuck in my hand for 20 years, and my dad's had a pen stuck in his head and in his hand, and his dad and my grandfather and all these people, and we just know how to do things with pens in our hands. Well, how does that apply with business? Well, this is the way we've always done it. This is how we've always been. This is the way that we operate. And if they're not open to your actual help, then that's fine. It's okay. Don't sweat. Even if this is making sense right now, please throw in the chat. Like, let's engage. This is not the Alex show. The this is an opportunity for you. So I want to hear if this is making sense. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to play around with that and poke around. And with asking about if they want outside help or if they want to do it on their own, it's really now starting to help them clarify, is their problem big enough they want it solved? Is this pen big enough of a problem? Is this going to cause me enough discomfort and and do I have a situational awareness that this pen really is not supposed to be in my hand? I'm supposed to write with it. I can keep it in my ear. I can, pencil protector, pocket protector, or keep it around my chest. All this stuff. No, no worries. All right, so Rachel dropped off. All good. But this pencil in my hand, if I'm in pain and and it's disrupted everything, it might become a big problem. If for me, I'm right-handed, so if I, pre-COVID, if I'm meeting people in the world and, hey, nice to meet you, and they're gonna be like, hey, what's the deal with that hand? Well, I'm trying to shake your hand. Um, do you notice that you have a pen stuck in your hand? Oh no, it's nothing. It'll work itself out. It's just a scratch, just a boo-boo. It's okay. Well, that could become a real big problem. I mean, that could be a problem of, well, I'm not going to hire a guy who keeps a pen in his hand. How can he support me if he's not willing to even take a pen out of his own hand? As coaches, as business owners, as entrepreneurs, what's the big problem in your world? What is something big that you would like to solve? And the next place to explore is, what is your pattern for creating that situation? And this is from an objective place to see, does this always happen? You know, maybe this is a once a year thing. Maybe this is like I get a pen in my hand every June 3rd, every day, every year. Man, I get a pen stuck in my hand every June. Or maybe it's every month you do something or whatever. And that's really, really key for you to working with a prospective client, is like, what's their pattern? What's been the trend? Because my thought is always to disturb the disturbance, right? There's something going on that is causing these things to keep happening, things to keep showing up, things to keep working out the way they work out. And if I can help them at least, or at least be open to exploring what that is and looking at that, then it's the easier path for me to serve them and support them, because I'm not guessing now. I'm not in the wind of, well, they said they needed help with this pen in their hand. That there's no real pen. They thought it was a pen. It was actually just like a candy bar or something like that. And it sounds silly. It sounds goofy, but has there ever been a time that you heard one thing, something else was being said? It happens. Happens to me. It happens to everybody. My role is to diminish it, or not have that happen as much, because nothing is important. Nothing I think is going to be more as important as what that next person is going to say. So I'm going to put out these questions of that part of looking for outside help, if they want it, if they're open to it, because we want to see, are they open to the actual help? We want to see, is their problem even big enough that they want to solve it? And then what is their pattern? What's going on in their world that's making these things happen, or happen to occur? And the game I'd like to invite you to play right now is this question I'm going to throw out. Of what has been working in your business so far, okay? And what do you want to improve the most in your sales process? Is it the actual prospecting? Is it actually having a conversation with people, explaining your value proposition, all that kind of stuff? Is it the actual connection with somebody? Is it actually just part of building the relationship? Is it the actual enrollment conversation? Is it the follow up afterwards? Maybe even just dealing with like paperwork. What's the best software to use for electronic documents? What's a great onboarding procedure? What is it? So what is it in the sales process that you like to improve? So Remya, since you're here with me live right now, if you're able to, I'd love to capture your answers in the chat, or if you're able to unmute yourself or go on camera, whatever is possible. But I'd love to engage with you. So I'll give you a few seconds as I take a few sips of my water here. And for those of you on replay, I'll have these questions written out in an email, and you can send it back to me if you want to, because I would love to serve and support you any way I could. I can. Good, can. All right. So that's the time And hopefully this making sense. So right now we talked about some pretty powerful things. We looked at, is a person committed to their change? Is a person committed to transforming, or do they want to stay the same where they are? Ideally, we want to talk to people that are looking to make something different, make something happen. There's some discomfort. There's some something in their world that they're not satisfied with, fulfilled with, and we want to help them find that fulfillment in whatever it is. So they want the help, and now we're looking at, do they want help from somebody else? Do they want a professional to help them? Do they want somebody seasoned and knowledgeable and an expert? Or do they want to do it all by themselves? Do they want to, you know, go through all lumps and bumps of figuring out themselves? And it's fine if they want to. I don't approach it from a judgy, scarcity based, like fear tactic, like, oh, you're gonna do it on your own. But it's like, oh, do you want to figure? Do you like to do this by yourself, or do you want some help with it? You want some support? Do you want some help with that? Is a great, gentle invitation, because it doesn't presume that you are the person that can help. I love to say in connection conversations, I might be able to help you and I might not, but I'd love to try. I'd love to give it a go. I'd love to give it an effort. The word, I mean, I don't break people from coaching. I don't break people from conversations. So the worst that's going to happen is we spend a half hour together and it doesn't go anywhere. They never talk to me again. They ghost me, whatever. Okay, great. But I served the best I could. And maybe they want to figure out for themselves. That's perfectly fine. No judgment. And then that leads me, if you have yeses on both of those fronts, yes, I'm committed to changing. Yes, I would love some outside help. Now it's that critical third question that most people confuse with the first. A third piece, the third component of opening the door to a paying relationship is, do you want my help or someone else's help? Yes or no? And maybe it doesn't have to be as blunt as that. I put it like that for this training purposes, but it may be something as simple as, hey, do you think I can help you with that? Or do you want to, like, are you looking somewhere else? Are you entertaining other ideas? Are you looking at other coaches? Are you looking at other doctors, dentists, lawyers, whatever it is? Do you want my help? Can I help you? Would you like to see what it would look like if we work together on this? I love that question. That's really, really fun and powerful. It's something I use a lot because it gives that person an opportunity to really think about, hmm, what if we could, we move them into a place of possibility. It's like, hey, do you want to hear what it would look like if we worked together? Do you want to, you know what I mean? Like, do you even want to like see this movie? Do you even want to like check it out? Do you want to check out the trailer real quick? And most people will say, yeah, I want to hear what it looks like. Yeah, I want to know. And and through that conversation, that's something we can talk about later on, of how to navigate that. And with that question, do you want my help or someone else's? That really is now your goal of having them wonder, or at least clarify, do they see you as a potential resource? Are you somebody that can really help them and really serve them and really bring about significant change in their world? It also really kind of clarifies that first question of, are you committed to changing? Because now it's really putting it back on them. Are you committed to your own success? Like, are you committed to doing the things that will bring about the outcome you want? And then it also helps clarify areas of concern. You may call them objections, whatever your language is, but it really helps to open the door of, are there any objections that will stop us from working together? I like to find that out right away and not get to the point of, hey, to work with me, it's X amount of dollars for X amount of time and whatever. And they're like, well, I gotta find, I'm not really ready. I'm not really sure of this. And this may have happened to you. This happened to me a lot in the past. This happened to me a lot where I was just, it's the analogy of like, a romantic relationship of, me, I've been married for 11 years now. But imagine if the first date with my wife, us getting to know each other, I was like, hey, this has really been a great time. We should do this forever. Like, would you like to get married like today? That would be real creepy and weird. And most people have sales resistance because there's so much neediness in the world. There's so much of people jump into this. Do you want my help? Can I help you? I can help you. I can help you. My. Let me help you. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this for you. Well, do you even know if they want help? Do you even know if they are even serious candidates for making not only just the investment, forget the investment of the money, that's not even important. Are they invested in themselves? Are they engaged and energized with themselves are they open to even looking at what's possible for them? And if that question's no at the start, that's not the place to lead from. That's not the place to come from because their minds aren't even ready for that kind of conversation. Do you want my help? I don't even know what I want. I don't even know if I believe in myself. There's always the conversation with a prospect inside that salespeople don't realize is I don't know if I'm gonna do the work. I don't know if I'm really committed to my success because I don't trust myself. They may say things like, I don't know about the money, I don't know about the time, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, all these different reasons they give, but inside it's their own real identity, their own mistrust of themselves. They've let themselves down so many times. They should have done this so many times. They should have got their act together by now. They're supposed to be in a different place. They need to do something radical, but they haven't done it yet, or they haven't found a way to make that happen. So you lead in with, "Do you want my help?" It automatically, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa! I don't even, whoa, hey, slow down, buddy. I don't even know. But if we can help chip away at that, of I can be a valuable resource for you. I can be a potential partner, a co-creator in what you want to design. I want to really figure out, are you committed to your success, and what's going to get in the way of us working together? What do you see right now? That's a great question. I love to work. It's like, hey, what's in the way, right? What's in the way? What's really in the way? Let's get it out in the open. And that's what I led you here with this, kind of a demonstration of this in the initial questions. Like the game that I play and that we can play together is really, why did you say yes to being here today? Or watching this replay? Why'd you even say yes to this? What's in it for you? Like, why'd you say yes? And that's a great question to ask because it helps take somebody out of this default automatic mode into ownership, into the author of their life of, why did I say yes to being here? Well, this is the reason why I said yes. And now it drives home what they're committed to doing. I want to increase my sales. I want to improve my business. I want to have better conversations with ideal dream clients. That's why I'm here. Are you committed to doing that? Yeah, I'm really committed to building my business and bringing about change in this way. And now, do you want my help or do you want somebody else's? You know what? After you kind of showing or demonstrating leadership and value for me, yeah, I think I want your help. That's a great place to come from. That's where sales, the enrollment process becomes fun because it's not It's not you pulling teeth anymore. It's not you trying to validate yourself, or I need to believe in myself. I don't need to believe in myself at all as a coach or as an entrepreneur. Belief is, take that out the door, throw that out the window. Why do I say it like that? Because belief fades, it goes away. Certainty stays. When I'm certain of the results I can help somebody get, when I'm certain of the conversations that we're going to have that will transform your life, that will impact you in a major way, I can, it allows me to show up in a more authoritative, a more assertive position, not combative, not like crazy, like I'm the man, but it's like, hey, I know who I am. I know what I can do. I have my identity. I've got this. You're in good hands. I have a track record for doing this. I'm an expert at doing that. So just playing with this imaginary scenario of person in the hand, they're committed to getting this pen out of their hand. They want outside help. They want somebody else who can kind of pull the sword from the stone, right? They want somebody's help to do that. And then they say, you know what, I want your help. I think you are the person that can really help me. So you got an eager prospective client. Now what? And then what, right? Well, what I alluded to in the beginning of an opportunity to expand on this and really dive deep is we have an open door. And now our process, our presence is the key. The key is their solution. And the key in this context is a coaching program that I'm introducing for you. And the key is going to empower you to sell your services with integrity, with authority, to really start working with clients that value your offer and they're ready to invest. You go, and we're going to go through a really great process in the key. And we're going to learn to demonstrate leadership in the sales conversation, because in the end of the day, that is what people are looking for. They're not looking for your service. They're not looking for your product. They're not looking for your offer. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for somebody to lead them from this place of potential pain and suffering and anxiety and frustration to peace, to clarity, to confidence, to self-worth, to magic, to abundance. So let me tell you about the key real quickly, and then we're going to wrap this up. So the key is a 6-week experience really designed to help you enroll high-performing and potentially high-paying clients. My goal is within those 6 weeks, you have a process and an ability to potentially say a big number, whatever the number looks like to you, it doesn't matter. To say a bigger number than maybe you said before and have somebody say yes, because you're walking them through a process that helps clarify for you and for them what's really possible and what you can do. And the mission of this 6-week experience is help you master your energy around sales conversations, help you create those quality and those committed clients, really start to look at selling by serving and leading clients with strong fees that work for you. You don't have to impress me with the number. I don't care about your number. Your number is your number. Your number doesn't matter. But it's strong enough for you that you're not needy, you're not angst-ridden, you're not chasing people. You're certain because you don't have to believe in yourself anymore. You're certain of what you do. You're certain of your results. You're certain of what happens when somebody experiences you and your offering. And really, it's about building your identity, as a capable, as an honest salesperson with high quality products and services. That's what this key is about. We open the door and we got the key now to unlock more success. We got the key to unlock more of the abundance that your business is designed to bring you. Your business is designed, that's why you started a business, right? Your business is there to make you money. So put the tools in place, put the keys in the right places so doors can open up and you can receive what's meant to come to you. So here's what the key is going to look like. The key is going to be 6 live group coaching calls. We're going to walk through 6 different teaching points each call. And we're going to go through looking at different objectives. We're going to look at really qualifying prospective clients at a really deeper psychographical level, right? We're going to look at things that are important to you as far as the type of people you want to work with, because it's not just, I want everybody. There's certain people that just are not for you, that are not the right fit. They're just not dream people. And if they're not a dream, if they're not an 11 out of 10, if they're not a hell yes, then they're a hell no. And it's not to isolate people or judge them. It's okay. We love them anyway. But it's also to value your time, value yourself as a leader of, this is who I work with. These are the type of people I work with. These are this kind of psychographic like makeup of somebody I really like to work with, and it makes sense. Also, within the 6-week experience, you're going to gain lifetime access to a success center, what do you kind of call like a membership portal, a resource center, different books, different audios, different templates, just a lot of stuff that is valuable to support the work that we do and the work that you're going to do outside of those live calls. And there's a VIP option. So with the VIP option, that person, whoever wants to enroll with that, you'll have the 6 live group coaching calls, the lifetime access, but you'll also have 2 private 60-minute one-on-one calls with myself, and we look and explore different areas of what's working for you. We'll look at sales conversations, sales communications through emails, whatever it looks like, to help you sharpen yourself and help you serve people at a higher level. So what it looks like to get started with the key, if you wanted to pay in full for that 6 weeks, it'd be $500. Wow, 500 seems like a no-brainer, but you know what? It's okay. If it's no to paying that much up front, there's a payment plan option available, 3 payments of $200. I don't want to break your bank. I don't want to put you out of business or whatever. I want to help serve you, but also have some skin in the game too. Have a commitment on your end that you are willing to meet me halfway, because I'm here to serve you and support you. So that's just for the 6 coaching calls, the lifetime access, right? If you're somebody who wants to go a little bit above and beyond and get a little bit of that personal touch with the VIP side, that would be $1,000 if you paid in full, and a payment plan of $400 in 3 payments. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to leave these links in the chat right now. So I have them abbreviated. So the PIF, or the PIF, that is the pay in full, and the PP, come on, be mature. That's the payment plan. So you see it right there. So that first link in the chat, you'll see it from Moon Clerk. It is for the regular part of the program of the key and the payment plan. So the $500 payment, that pay in full, and then the payment plan, the PP, is for the $200 in three payments. And then VIP Pay in Full, that's for the $1,000, and VIP PP, that is for $400 in three payments. So hope that's clear, hope that makes sense. So as we wrap this up, I'd love to hear from you what you got out of this, what you can take away, and what will serve you, and what do you even think is possible for you down the road as you start to open more doors for conversations and start looking at slowing down and not being so excited, not being so hyped above. Wow, I got a person here who wants possible my service. Well, you want to work with me? Let's slow that down. Let's figure out like what's going on in the world. Let's play. So I put a Google Doc link in here because I love to track things. I love to get feedback. I love to explore what's worked, what didn't work, and what can be improved, and what you got out of it, really. What is it that you took away and that you will apply? Because I don't want this to be a workshop of just learn, learn, learn. You learn by doing, you learn by being. And when you are being a person of value, a salesperson, an entrepreneur, a coach, whatever you are, of value and integrity and authority, that certainty is created and your confidence rises because you have evidence of this. You have proof. There's no doubt that you do this, that you can do this. I believe that you're able to do this, and I would love to be a person that supports you. I would love to be a person that sees you being committed to changing your life, changing your business. You've come here because you sought some outside help, and now it's really a question of, do you want my help to do that? Would you like to know what it looks like for us to work together? I kind of gave you that snapshot of the key. 6 weeks, 6 calls, 6 weekly calls, lifetime access to resources and a success center, and this stuff that I continue to add to. So it's not just you have like a few tools, like there's different books, different audios, different things that I've used and that have served me. And if you want to go to the next level, the VIP side, where we're sitting down and we're having a tailor-made conversation that applies to your business and really looking at the things that are working for you and maybe the things that can be improved. So I really value you for watching this. I appreciate you. I'm grateful that you trusted me to lead you in this space. And I really would love to be the person that supports you going forward. And by this time next week, June 10th, this is when I intend to start. So we're going to get started within 1 week. So I don't say that to scare you or to press you or to pressure you. It's to let you know this train is moving. We're getting started. We're going to get going right away and making significant and serious change. And if you want to do that, and if you want to be there with me, being a guide, a facilitator for you, a leader for you, with you, then let's play. You'll see the links in the chat. If you're on the replay, you'll see the links in your email. And I would love your feedback on this Google form so I can improve this and make this a more valuable and impactful conversation moving forward. So all that said and done, you know how I wrap things up. You are born to live your life with abundance. You are the master of your future that controls your freedom, and you have complete dominance of your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits. Take care. God bless. Stay blessed.